Many of you know the wonderful story, The Velveteen Rabbit. It's a tale that's often shared at this time of year. Today, I have a similar story to share, but the difference is, this story really happened. When I was a young girl, I fell quite ill, and I was told that I must stay at home or rest nearly constantly. Playing was forbidden. I couldn't go to school, and visits from my friends weren't allowed either. This went on for several months. My teacher sent home packets of schoolwork for me to do, but as you can imagine, I felt bored and lonely, and I was pretty miserable. As I recall, it was my oldest sister and my mother who came up with the truly brilliant idea of having a surprise bag to put special things in to keep my spirits up. Most of the gifts were fun enough, but not magical, not truly special. And then one day, I pulled from the bag a stuffed pony with a music box inside it that played Brahms' lullaby. I think most of you have heard that lullaby at one time or another. And oh, how beautiful the pony was. His fur was a soft beige, and his mane and tail were made from silky white yarn. On his back was a white satin saddle, and on his side, a round golden key to wind up his music. The little musical pony became my constant comfort and companion, and I named him Fantissimo. He helped me get through a hard time in my young life. And long after my illness had finally faded away, he was still my bedtime companion, and he sang me to sleep every night. One night, I made the huge mistake of winding him up much too tightly, and his music box suddenly stopped playing. I was heartbroken. Well, my father bought a new music box for him, and my mother performed surgery on Fantissimo to put the new music box in place, and all was well again. Over the years, I loved my musical pony so much that his fur grew shabby and soiled, and his mane and tail became ragged. And somewhere along the way, his once pretty saddle was lost. His neck became floppy as his stuffing flattened, and the wind-up key wore off all the fur in the spot where it rotated as the lullaby played. But none of that mattered. I loved him just the same. Well, finally, the wind-up key fell off and was lost. And Fantissimo's music was silenced. Still, Fantissimo mattered, and he remained my treasured, comforting friend and sat in a place of honor on my bedroom shelf. And when the time came, as it always does, to pack up childhood things, he was placed in a box, but never forgotten. I've kept him to this day. This is Fantissimo. And you can see how shabby he is, how wonderfully ragged. And you can see the spot where his wind-up key used to rotate on his side. Unlike the Velveteen Rabbit, Fantissimo never truly became real, but he helped me to become truly myself and to learn some important things. What happens to us when we're loved by someone? When we are accepted for the people we truly are, shabby fur and all. When we love and accept ourselves, we become real. We become real through the wisdom and experience of love. Love causes wear and tear on us all, but it's worth the pain because of the joy love brings. We all need to love, be loved, and belong. And if you love something strongly enough, it becomes real to you. It touches your heart and soul, and no matter what, it stays with you, and it helps set you free.